your soul. You have so much to give, so much love, so much excitement, so much like playfulness, joy inside of you. Just bring it up to surface. You have it on you. And you might be stuck. We put ourselves down because sometimes we don't trust, we don't believe like that things can go better. But if you just trust and you believe in yourself, because you are strong enough to deal with those things. So my job is to show you this. And that's soul realignment.
Welcome to the Confident Soul podcast, the space where confidence meets intuition and soul-led women rise. I'm Joana, your host, an ICF accredited holistic coach, NLP master practitioner, and the founder of theconfidentsoul.com. I'm here to help you trust yourself fully, unlock your inner power, and create a life that feels aligned, fulfilling, and unapologetically you. So take a breath, tune in, and let's dive into today's episode because your transformation starts now. Today's guest is Nadia Valerie. She guides people to reconnect with their true purpose and release what's holding them back. Through Soul Realignment and the Akashic Records, she helps you gain clarity, feel more aligned, and step into the life you are meant to live. Stay tuned for an amazing episode. Welcome back to another episode of the Confident Soul podcast. I'm your host, Joana, and I am here with my amazing guest, Nadia Valerie. Very happy to have you here today, sharing more about the Akashic Records and the soul alignment. Thank you for being here with me.
Oh, thank you so much. It's really an honor to be here. I'm really excited and really happy. I can't wait to, what will be unfolding in the call. And if I can be of service and, if I can bring value to this, I'll just happy to.
Yes, I'm sure you will. You have already brought so much value to my life. So I'm sure we'll be bringing a lot of value to everyone listening. Okay, so for those that maybe saw the title of the podcast and are new to this, what exactly is Akashic Records?
Okay, so Akashic Records is a tool. For me, to put it in clear words, is like a database of your soul. So each person, we have a soul, right? That's very obvious. And Akashic Records is the tool that I use to see the gift of the person where the soul has been created. And in my frame of reference, he says that we all come from a source. You call it God, you call it universe, however you want to call it. And Akashic Records is just this place where all the information is. And all of us, we can access to this information. And what I do is with the permission of the person, I access to this world, this mystical world, more like I'll say like the unconscious, and I access to it and I bring this information of this specific soul and I show it to you. And I only access to this part if I get the permission of the person. Otherwise, if I do without the permission, it will be completely out of integrity. And the soul can completely refuse for me to enter because you have full sovereignty of yourself.
Yeah,
So,
I love that.
so this is what Akashic Record is in short terms. As an analogy, is a database.
Very scientific as well.
Yes. Because I wanna be able to, I don't wanna create abstraction and say like, oh, you enter in the 5 dimension, blah blah blah, and all these things. When people that probably has no idea what 5 dimension is, where are we? So for me, it's easier to say an analogy like, okay, it's like the internet. you go there, you ask them there. And we all are capable of do that because we all have a soul. So it's not something unique that just some specific person can do. We all have the capacity and the ability to go inside of it.
Yeah. Yeah. And grateful that you're there to help us access it.
Yeah.
But you first discovered the Akashic Records and what inspired you to work with them?
Yeah. Okay. So I discovered Akashic Record a long time ago, but it never kind of felt like it felt very woo-woo, very mystical, very like witchery, like what is this? So I didn't pay much attention to it until I had the experience myself. I met this person. I won't say a name because it's just very confidential. I met this person and I was in a moment of my life where I felt I was completely all over the place. I'll say, like, not knowing what to do, very lost. And we all have those moments, right? We don't know where we are in life, and it just feels chaotic, sometimes draining, tiring. And I was like, I did not know what to do. So I had this person in mind. So I went to her, and she helped me, and she was already practicing this for a very long time. So in the moment she told me my Akashic records, she read for me, she showed me where my soul was coming from. I had these shivers all over my spine. It went all over, and I had this strange sensation of like, this is it, this is it, this is it. I found answers that I didn't know that I needed. I felt this soul calling. And I asked her, in case I would like to do this type of job, can I know the name of the person? Maybe not now, but later. She was like, yeah, whenever you need it, whenever you feel the calling, just let me know. 2 months later, I saw in my ads, they pop, and I don't know if it was, I call it, like divinity or like some sort of like power beyond myself now, because in the moment I was like, okay, it's just there, maybe it's my phone listening in my conversations. So I went in and I started to read. And I started to get this feeling inside, like this excitement inside of my stomach and this nervousness, this warmth. And I was like, what is this? So I continue reading. And I'm not a person who actually pay for self-development, but then, to my own learning and growing, I wasn't investing in myself in this way. I saw it and I was like, I have to do it. I have to do it. This is it. This is it. This is it. And I just pay for it. I didn't even finish reading all the videos. I would just went and I just pay for it. And I would just already register and sign up for this course. This is it. And then what happened is that I went to the feedback of different clients and different, testimonials. And I saw this person that she told me about my Akashic records in there. And I was like, I cannot believe it. I cannot believe it. I didn't need to know her name.
Found it.
It was just there. Faith. I don't know, the path. Like I was guided somehow. And I was really excited. And this is how I got into it. It was just my whole body, my whole soul, I like from the inward out, just telling me this is it. It wasn't anything logical. It wasn't anything rational. I didn't have to think it through. It was just like, do it. Just do it. And since then, I started to do it. And I don't have any regret. I don't have, any thought, any negative thought about like, oh my God, Nadia, what did you do? Like nothing. I was just, this is it. And while I was in there, the feeling, it became bigger and bigger and bigger, and all that I could do with it, the contribution. How can I serve other souls? How can I guide them because this really helped me. I found my path in there in that moment.
That's beautiful. Yeah, it's those
Thank you.
aligned. It is alignment. That's your soul was completely aligned with the Akashic Records and this path, and it just
I just
happened.
went. I just went for it. Like I'm sure that you had these moments. Well, when you were like, even that, like you just know it from the inside. You just know it, and things become effortless.
Yeah.
And they click inside of you,
Mm-hmm.
and you don't know why. You don't need to know why. You just go for it.
That is a very important key aspect you just mentioned is you don't need to know why. Sometimes we just want to figure out the life purpose and this and that and why is it? No, just go with it, trust that it is for you. And yeah, to me, it happened when I started doing Reiki. It was just, yes, I love coaching. Yes, I love social media content creation and the podcast and all of that. But when I started to do Reiki on people, oh, it was just like, it's me. And even when I did my assessment with my Reiki master, and she obviously was supervising me during a Reiki session, and she said, when you are doing Reiki on people, offering Reiki to people, you become someone different, and it's almost like you become a little bit of a witch.
You mentioned it. Mhm.
I said, yeah, that makes total sense. That's exactly how I feel.
Yes, it's like you tune into something bigger that is harder to explain.
Yeah.
And the whole reason of it, because you want to be of service. You
Mhm.
want you're not here for yourself. You're here to give, to serve. And that's the thing with the Akashic Records is exactly the same. It's Soul Realignment. This is what it
Mhm.
does. And it's not like I'm not saying that this is gonna be my purpose for life, because who tells you that you only need one purpose in life, right? You just go for it whenever you feel the calling. And that moment is gonna be that. And another moment will come and you can choose something else. And maybe you can merge those together and, like keep growing, keep doing. But the purpose of it is just to give
Yeah.
and just improve someone's life, because that person who is out there, um, like who feels lost or drained or tired, or like needs you, needs guidance, and you're there for that person. So the same with your Reiki, you know, you bring healing with your energy, with your hands, with your whole body, and and that person in that moment, it just needed you for you to be in a higher state of consciousness, like, or if you want to call it in a very like focusing yourself and going from from your higher self. Your higher self is the person you embody in the moment, and you give all your energy, your healing energy.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. And you mentioned the soul realignment. So how does this work? What is it? How does it work?
So soul realignment, I'll say that is the transformational work, because Akashic Records, when it's just a book, I open your book, I show you this is where you're coming from. These are your gifts, right? And these are the misalignments in your life, like blocks and patterns that you've been constantly repeating. And the soul realignment is what, sees it all in like a like a whole puzzle, like a whole image.
Mm-hmm.
And my work is like to show the person, okay, to make them aware, to bring the unconscious and the conscious together. And I build a bridge and a connection between, like, this is who you are. This is your divinity. You are the creator of your life. And I make you aware of those parts that you've been repeating, that you're feeling stuck with. And I show you how you are so powerful being, living and is living a life of human life, but you're actually a spiritual being living a human life, not the all the way around. So I show you that you can create new choices. You do that. No one else's. Not the external, not the people around you, not like something more powerful than you is you. Because you have empowerment. So this is what I do is I create awareness. I show you that your unconscious, your highest self is working for you.
Yeah.
And I show you the patterns and the block and those negative, I call it negative, choices for you to see them and realize, oh, this is what I've been doing all my life. And and it's in me. It's my responsibility to change those things that I've been creating for myself. And I can create new things. So soul realignment is about that. I create a bridge between your conscious and your unconscious. And I show you how to create new choices from the awareness of this is what you've been doing. No one else, just you.
Yeah.
And the same way that you can create negative choices and misalignment, you can create all the opposite because you are a powerful being. It's you. If you know how beautiful and strong you are, you'll be already making choices for that. So
Absolutely.
my job is to do that, show them how divine a person is. Your soul. You have so much to give, so much love, so much excitement, so much like playfulness, joy inside of you. Just bring it up to surface. You have it on you. And you might be stuck. You might be, feeling like, excuse my word, like shit. But like we do that. We put ourselves down because sometimes we don't trust, we don't believe like that things can go better.
Yeah.
But if you just trust and you believe in yourself, sometimes it's difficult. Yes, life sometimes it hits you with really hard things, but it's because you are strong enough to deal with those things. Otherwise you wouldn't be getting these things.
Yeah.
So my job is to show you this, and that's soul realignment. I align your soul as the point of origination to how it's now. I compare them and I release all the blocks and patterns temporarily because the choice is at the end in your hands. And then you start making new choices from the information that I have given you.
Yeah.
So you can start creating the life that you're here for.
I love that. Very powerful.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that's the thing, like it's all in you. Like oh my God, like if people know how powerful they are, how divine they are.
Yeah. And I love the fact that you just reaffirmed the idea that we are our own creator of our own lives, and we can change the choices and the paths that we have in life. And obviously, this work that you do helps people have more empowerment and more control over the course of their life and the choices they make. You did also mention like a little bit of a free will. So I wanted to ask you, how does this free will interact with the guidance from the records? Because you can be reading someone's records and the records direct to this alignment path for their soul, but maybe free will comes up and people are like, you know what, I'll do my own thing. I don't know.
Yeah. That's the thing that I don't tell the people what they should do. I just show them the map. Now, if we all have our path. We all make our own choices. The only thing that we're constantly doing is making choices. And soul realignment is not the only way that you can clear your soul, that you can become more aligned to yourself. It's just by making the choices that feel more like you. Um, when we are not aligned, it feels heavy. It feels hard. It feels tired. You feel tiredness. You feel drained. You feel like no matter what I do, it's just freaking difficult.
Mm-hmm.
That's misalignment. That is like you're going completely opposite the path where you should be going, and the life is telling you this. Now, if you're blind or you're like deaf and you don't hear it, that's on you. No one else. And maybe in this moment, if I read to you and you make a choice like, actually, I'm just gonna continue doing the same thing that I've been doing, it's like maybe that's your path. Maybe there's something in there that you need to learn. Maybe it's not my responsibility. It's gonna be in the responsibility of the person, right? So you have free will to do whatever you want. I'm just the person here to show you why you asked me to show you,
Mm-hmm.
right? It's not like me forcing you to do something that you don't want to do. It's like, hey, okay, you wanted the reading? Here it is. I show you everything. I don't force my belief. I don't force the person to do, anything. This is it. You have free choice.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do with the information I give you? Do you wanna continue on the same pattern? Or you wanna take small step to live the life that you actually want?
Yeah.
But I'm not gonna do the work for them
Mm-hmm.
because that's impossible.
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, I'll be crazy to think that I can do more for them. My job is just to show them, hey, here it is. Like, look at it. It's all there, all for you. Like, what are you gonna do with it? You know?
Yeah.
I don't do anything else.
I like that idea of just offering and showing them the map, and it's up to them to follow it or not.
Yes.
So
And some people can be very skeptical. I have clients that are very skeptical, and it's okay. It's completely okay. So maybe it's not gonna hit you right away. Maybe you need to go through something else. I don't know what it is because I don't see the future, I can just support you and just tell you you are a divine being.
Mm-hmm.
You're powerful and you're creator and you're responsible. That's the only thing I can do.
Yeah. Yeah.
My hope, my wish is for you to have the life that you want.
Yeah. And if someone does that, sorry, say again?
That's up to the person.
Yeah, definitely. And I think there is a point there. If the person wants a certain life, it is kind of, not to say destined to them, but it is in alignment with their soul. Because if not, they would never have the desire, they would never have the reference point for wanting that life. And if it would not be possible, or if it wouldn't be for them, it would never pop up in their minds. So I think that everything happens kind of for a reason. And yes, it might seem woo woo, like you mentioned in the beginning. And with that, I want to ask you, so how do these Akashic records differ from any other spiritual practice, like using your intuition or doing a tarot or oracle card reading or channeling? What would you say?
So you mean what's different from
Yes. Akashic records, what would someone specifically choose Akashic records over any other woo-woo practice?
activity? Okay. So I'll be more focused about soul realignment because that's
Yes,
what
the soul realignment. Yeah.
um um what is different? The different is like in soul realignment, I will probably trigger you quite a lot. like, no, I don't do that. No, I don't do that. But then what I do is just like for the people to encourage them to take responsibility for their own life. I'll say that this is the most important thing. I don't leave this to, oh, the planets are in alignment. Oh, like my horoscope is saying this. No disrespect or anything like that. I respect all these practices. I'm not gonna say mine is better, mine is worse. But what I do say is like with soul realignment, is when you finally start to make choices, new choices for yourself in a place of awareness, instead of putting responsibility of something external to you. It's easier, I believe it's easier to do that than actually say, look inward, look inside and say, actually, it's me creating this.
Yeah.
It takes a lot of courage. It takes a lot of self-reflection. It takes a lot of determination. And it takes a lot of like self-love, I'll say, to look inside and to say, I have responsibility. I've been the one. I'm creating all of this, every single little thing in my life. And I have the same responsibility to change those things. So this is what soul realignment is about. To show you that you're creator of your life. No one else, no one outside you. Not no one is gonna come and with a magic wand and say, like, oh, here they are, like your problems are resolved. No. And so this is what is different from real, I'll say.
Yeah.
It just brings a lot of awareness from the inside.
And sometimes that challenging awareness, like you mentioned, it can be very challenging. And I use
Sorry, continue.
and I use challenging that words instead of being like bad, because that challenge can be something that brings some courage to act upon the things that you're not happy in your life and change it. And like you say, we create every little thing, the good, the bad, everything. So if we're not happy with something, it takes that challenging awareness and that courage to become responsible or realize we are responsible for it and change it.
Yes, exactly. I believe that no one wants to see, that they are the ones that they are doing it. It's difficult. It's not saying that it's easy. Like, see your shadow, see your darkness, let's put it like that. It is challenging and it's gonna take a lot of courage and say, and honesty and transparency with yourself. You are the one. And when you look at that, when you realize finally that, poof, you gonna be, it's gonna take you to places that you never imagined that you could go.
Yeah.
And you will create your own state. You will create the life that you always wanted to.
Mm-hmm.
And you'll be making choices and taking the responsibility in each area of your life, in relationships, work-wise, your, love life, in your business, in your work, anything.
Yeah. No, that's super powerful. So how can someone know that they need a soul realignment session?
So I'll say, probably the most obvious thing is if you're repeating patterns, if you're disconnected from your purpose, or if you don't know what to do in the moment, if um if you feel like you're putting a lot of effort in doing something, like that happened to me, for example. I was putting so much effort, I need to do this and repeating and repeating and repeating, but I stumbled so many walls.
Mm-hmm.
And also when you're not seeing results, when you believe you're almost exhausted, what is happening? And I'm doing all these things that I should do. And I keep failing, or like not failing, but like not getting simply the result that you are wishing for yourself. And this coming also in all the areas of your life.
Yeah.
And you say, when this happens, I'll say that that's a sign that the soul, at soul level, you need to be clear.
Mm-hmm.
And there's something there that you need to be aware of, because many things from my frame of reference, they don't come from this specific life. They come from past life. Because my idea, or what I study, what I believe, is that we are souls that we're constantly learning. And when we don't learn something in this life, we'll come back again and we'll repeat it, maybe in different circumstances, because the world is changing, right?
Mm-hmm.
But we'll come back and we'll be stuck in the same pattern unless you decide to make something different.
Yeah.
So I'll say that if a person it is in this state, like, oh, nothing is working, right? And I've been working so hard for it, but there's no like actually real change in me. I come back again and again and again to the same.
Mm-hmm.
That's because there's something really deep inside, probably at the core of the soul level, that you need to address.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And you'll help that come forward.
Yes.
But let's say, because obviously looking at the records, you're revealing past lives, you're revealing patterns that could potentially benefit from changing. And let's say someone has, I don't know, maybe like 3 or 4 past lives with the same or similar pattern. And they come to this life and they're ready to become aware of it. And obviously, working with you, they are aware of it. How do they get rid of it? How do they change it? What's the process there?
I believe that's individual for each person. But once you're aware, once I tell you what it is, you will know it. You will simply know it. And from then on, it's like, you know, it's not necessary for you to make a massive choice, a massive like, oh, from today it is, like I'll, for example, quit my job. No, because there are all the things that probably you need from this job, like stability, the money, income, support your family. So these changes, it doesn't have to be massive. It can be like small steps towards
Mhm.
what you want to achieve.
Yeah.
And each person is different, right? The information, each soul is different. We had different background, different life, and for each person is gonna be going through their own path. But once I show them, it's gonna be, oh, I get it. So this is what I've been doing. This is how it repeats in my life,
Yeah.
and I know now what.
Mhm. Mhm. And it's good that you said that it doesn't have to be a massive transformation. It can be small baby steps, that people can like little tweaks and like little bits and bobs that they can do to change their reality and alter the course of their future lives
Exactly,
as
exactly. It
well.
doesn't. Yeah, exactly. It
Mhm.
doesn't have to be massive thing.
Yeah.
If you're determined to get to a specific outcome, then you have to make the steps towards that.
Hmm. Yeah. So, can you share a story of transformation, no matter how big or small, that you've seen through your work?
Of course, yes. So this is anonymous, so I won't say anything like for the sake of the relationship. Um, I had a client. She asked me to have a reading for her. And she was going through a lot of tiredness, draining from a job she wasn't happy to be in. And that was going for years and years and years. And she's a very empty person, very joyful. Again, like very like fiery soul. But she was through, like tiredness. And every time that she wanted to do something new, she couldn't because that work was draining her.
Mm-hmm.
And she didn't realize that she was the one who was choosing this work. Oh, I feel so tired. I want to do so many things, but this job.
Yeah.
And I was like, do you see it? Do you see it that you're the one who put yourself in this situation? No one else I knew. After the reading, I showed her this. She was very aware of this. What was draining her? What was making her tired? Why she couldn't have the life that she wanted? 3 months later, after our reading, she quit her job. She doesn't know where she's going yet. But the important is this. She quitted her job, the job that was making her, tired, feel depleted, feel like she didn't have energy for anything else. And now she's enjoying the life, enjoying time with family, enjoying that with friends. She had like a blast of a summer. And she's not in a need and in the rush of life. I need to get a job. She doesn't know yet what she wants, but she trusts that life will gonna guide her, or she's gonna make choices, or she wants to.
Yeah. No, that's wonderful. And it's like you said earlier, and when you mentioned the effort, and sometimes we put in so much effort, I just want to say that that effort, sometimes effort, we still have to put in effort when it's something in alignment. That's the way
Yeah,
to differentiate this in my mind, is when it feels absolutely like resistant, and when your
yeah,
whole body is just
mhm,
dreading and is just like a complete no in your body. And that's, I think that's when you mention the effort, it comes with that,
yeah,
because you can be tired and exhausted and drained from something that you love, but you keep going.
yes, exactly. Thank you so much for bring this in, because it's true. When you are in misalignment, is effort, a lot of effort, but all your body also saying no.
Yeah.
There's a wall in there. It's just like, oh no. And you feel so much resistance, so much resistance. And this happened to, for example, to me, like with soul realignment. When I do the readings, I can be hours and hours and hours. And I do feel the tiredness in my body, but I love it. I love it. I love it. I can, like at the beginning, especially when I was just learning, I could be 3 days doing readings. And I loved it so much. I was like, yes, yes. And I was learning more things and more things. And I was just so tired, but it didn't matter.
Yeah. Yeah. Because it's for you. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's aligned with your truth.
exactly. And the most amazing feeling is when you bring value to the people and they tell you thank you. Like that feeling of is so much, it goes deep into the core. Like my
Mhm.
heart just feels so much joy and so much love. And that is priceless.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it just doesn't matter how much work you do, how much, how much time you spend on it. But it just, if you feel you're getting more, that's the answer. I mean, I believe that is the same for you.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. And I feel like when you're truly spiritually aligned, it's not the money that drives you. It's not the material goods that drive you. It's how you feel inside, and it's knowing that you could even do it for free if it came to it. So it's having that connection with people, and just impacting their lives and exchanging energy, because all of this is energy and we all have soul contracts with each other. And so it's good to fulfill those contracts.
Yes, that's true. That's true.
So what would you say in terms of daily practices that people can do to stay aligned with their soul, the soul truth, and just feel alignment?
I'll say to always look inward, to take a few minutes of your day. I believe we all have some. You know, you can go to practice you can do practices as journaling, meditation, even some breath work, or just sit comfortably, sit quietly in the comfort of your home or wherever you feel um comfortable and in a loving space that you can create for yourself, and just look inward. Just feel yourself, feel your body. What do you need? Not what, you know, like Joselito, Pepito, like whomever needs. Just yourself.
Yeah.
And focus in you and start making choices from there. Okay, what do I need? I need
Mhm.
I need to eat something nourishing, like nurturing. I need to lay down for a few seconds and rest my head. I need to listen to song that I love. I need to dance a little bit. Like focus in your needs.
Yeah.
When you focus in yourself and just yourself. And it's not it's I don't think that is well, probably from the outside can be selfish. Depending how you look, how you perceive.
Yeah.
But we all need these moments with ourselves.
Yeah.
And that's where you start to be aligned, to notice what you need for yourself in the moment.
Mm. Yeah.
It's
Love
not
that.
always it's not always easy, because life is happening. But it's important to know that life is happening for you all the time, not to you. So if you work with that, if you're, actually in this moment, I need to sit with myself, even if it's 1 minute, and to focus on myself,
Yeah. Yeah.
to tune in, because your soul, you always have the answers. You always know what to do. It's just like, pay attention. Just pay attention.
And for that, sometimes it is necessary to have a lot of courage as well, because some people, I'm pretty sure not the people that are listening up to this point, but some people um, are so consumed by the ego. And when I say ego, it's not that they're egotistical or selfish. No, it's that they are so much focused on the rational, pragmatic way of living that they live in the shoulds and what they should be doing and what they should be having and achieving and being. And then they kind of forget that connection with the body, with the mind, with the soul. And I think that's what you're inviting people to do a little bit, is to connect with your own true needs. It's not about getting a promotion or no, it's about what your body needs right now, what your soul needs right now, and trust that, and be brave enough to even open that little door, because it can be a can of worms. Emotions can come up, and it's be comfortable with the uncomfortable, the discomfort. So can be challenging, but empowering.
Yes, exactly. Just what you said, that most of the people, like I include myself as well, was more in the doing, doing, doing,
Hmm.
doing, doing, instead of the being. Just be, just be. It's easy to say and do, to do. Um, but in my experience, my personal experience, I found myself enjoying those doing. Sometimes it was really hard to just connect with my body. And, you know, again, I bring the responsibility because I struggle quite a lot with that. Do not put it out there. Oh, it's because of him. It's because of her. It's because of the job. It's because, like the weather. It's because we tend to blame the outside. But it feels so good when you just decide to focus on what you can control inside of you.
Yeah.
So,
Love that. And so, if you had one final message regarding the Akashic Records, the Soul Realignment, one universal message, one takeaway for the listeners to take with them, what would it be?
I'll say, like all that we spoken here, my job is to reach as many people as possible. It's not about me. It's about them. And if this speaks to them, this speaks to you. And like if you're tired of repeating the same patterns to hit walls, to be in the same cycles, I really would love to guide you through it. I'll be honored and I'll be happy to be this person in your life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, how can people work with you, connect with you, learn more from you? How can they reach you?
Through my website. My website is called mysoulkey.com. So they can find me there. There's more information about Akashic Records. There's more information about Soul Realignment. There's a free, freebie if they want as well, like to connect more with themselves. So everything is in my website.
Yeah, you have a quick 3-minute guided exercise for soul realignment that I think everyone should definitely do before they connecting more with you and actually scheduling that call, that preparation for the reading. I'll leave everything in the show notes as well. So if you didn't catch that, that's perfectly okay. Just go to the show notes. And yeah, thank you so much, Nadia. It was just amazing to have you share your wisdom and giving us a little glimpse into the soul realignment and the Akashic records and the power of this work that you're doing. And what what I really enjoyed about this conversation is that it really reminds us that confidence doesn't come from forcing or just striving and efforting, like you were mentioning. It comes from remembering who we are, connecting with our essence at a soul level, and making the choices that honor that existence and that truth. So that was really, really powerful. So thank you so much.
Thank you so much for the invitation. I really enjoyed it. It was like you create such a beautiful space. I felt like wrapping in a blanket, having my tea, tea time, tea time talk. So much for that. I really feel honored to be here and be able to um, just um, invite people and like connect with people and just share from my true place in a very beautiful and safe space with you.
Yeah, definitely. Thank you. And for the listeners, if this episode today sparked something within you, I encourage you to really take a moment and reflect. What would it look like to live more in alignment with your soul every day? Taking on Nadia's invite to just be present with yourself and really connect, go inwards and connect with your soul. So that can be a journaling prompt. It can be just a reflective moment for you. You can also connect with Nadia at my soulkey.com. Like she mentioned, I'll leave the show notes in the show notes below, everything below. And if you're ready to deepen your own journey of confidence and alignment and soul living, you can connect with me as well at the confidencesoul.com or on Instagram at the Woo Woo Scientist. And thank you so much for tuning in to today's episodes. And until next time, keep trusting your intuition and honoring your soul. And remember that you have everything you need within yourself. Thank you for tuning in to the Confident Soul podcast. If today's episode spoke to you, share it with a friend, a sister, or someone who needs this energy. Ready to go deeper in your journey? Book a free confidence reset call with me at theconfidencesoul.com or just head to the link in the show notes. And don't forget to follow me on Instagram at the Woo Woo Scientist for daily inspiration, tools, and behind the scenes magic. You were never meant to dim your light. So let's rise, radiate, and lead with confidence.